Hello guys and welcome back to another 300-second gaming YouTube video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build this complicated machine. This is a beast, and if you're wondering what it does, it's a combination lock. Look, I'm going to click here, here, and here, and boom! Light goes on. If we click here, 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 light doesn't go on. We click here, here, and here, light doesn't go on. It's only if we click the correct combination, our light will go on. I mean, if that's not epic, then I don't know what is. So today, pretty much, I'm going to be walking you through every step of the way to build this beast of a machine. I mean, right now, use is pretty limited. I mean, the most you can do is maybe, if you want to make it a bit harder for people to trigger your fireworks thing or something. But I'm really hoping and praying, and I know a lot of people really want it, that they add like something where I can open and close my doors. Just forgetting that I didn't have one right there yet. I'll put that on my to-do list. But I mean, that would be just epic, where you enter a combination and it opens your door. But for now, I mean, you can anything that's triggered by ELECTRITE, you can trigger with this, even though it will only trigger for a few seconds, which is good because you don't want to then have to reset it and all. Even though theoretically you could build it with switches and make it like permanent, where you have to then go reset it, or have a master switch at the power source to reset it. But I really don't see why you would want to do that. So let's just get into building. The first thing you're going to do is place down 3 solar panels, and I mean 3, it probably would have worked with 2, but I'm planning on building a huge system soon, so I just wanted to be prepared, have a big enough system, and I didn't know how much stuff I would want to add, and I didn't want to have start over. But if you're just doing a 4-button system, you'll be fine. And I mean, technically, as long as you had enough ELECTRITE, you can make this infinitely big, but it will also be impossible to remember the code for it. So I wouldn't make it like 1,000 blocks. Not to mention, we don't have like signal sustainers for buttons, even though if the island developers are watching this, they should be taking notes. Okay, so now as you can see, I ran those 3 solar panels into a series of combiners, just 2 of them, and there's space for another one, so if I expand, I'm probably gonna add another one. And then, okay, so now we head over here. We have a series of 2 splitters. And I don't know. Honestly, I don't do it like this. It's probably a lot more efficient in terms of power lost. Yeah, you would lose only 1 power instead of 2 if you just had 3 splitters. I mean, that was a bit stupid. I'm gonna rewire that right now, actually. But I mean, anyways, you get the point. That's the first step here. We're just gonna wire solar panel 1 over here, and in a second it's gonna go dark and this is gonna stop working. But anyways, next we come up to our number pad. And what I would recommend doing, I was just building this like this for demonstrational purposes, but I will build like the solar panels, and underneath it, I mean, just for aesthetical purposes also, then you would not see nearly as much wires. And you definitely need to hide the brain over here with all the AND gates and XOR gates. Or else, well, let's just say, to put it kindly, your computer will not, I mean, I'm calling this a computer like it's a huge gaming PC or something. But I mean, it's a decent computer if you think about it. It's a good brain, So let's see. I'm just brainstorming, but, I see, no, that would not work. Okay, so now we have our numbers, and this is the only part, other than whatever this triggers, that people need to see. And again, if the wires were to come up through the block from the bottom, you wouldn't see them. Not to mention you wouldn't be able to just look here and know exactly what to click, but this was just built for demonstration only. And make sure people have access to the numpad, and you can make this as big or as small as you want, even though I would say 4 is about as small as you should go. Next, you're going to want to grab some OR gates and XOR gates. So after you've wired your splitter, okay, so just to recap so far, our solars go to our splitters, go to our buttons, go to our AND gates and XOR gates for the brain, which I'm going to be showing you right now. Okay, so for the brain, we're going to wire our buttons. For 4 buttons, we're going to need about 3 gates, depending on what we use. So what I chose to do, instead of just having it to be where you click, like I could have put 2 AND gates or 1 AND gate or whatever. So pretty much what I did, I wired this input of the AND gate, input A, to this button. I wired input B to this button. Then for the XOR gate, and pretty much the way an AND gate works, it's a logic gate that allows electrical pass through, so the electricity to pass through it only if both sides get power. If only one side gets power, nothing's gonna happen. So the person that's trying to gain access to my secret facility or whatnot needs to click these 2 buttons, so that, because the way a button works, it'll sustain the signal for a short time after you click it. So these both get power, and it sends a signal to continue through the processing unit, the computer, the brain of the whole thing. And then now here I have an XOR gate, which is a logic gate, again like the AND gate, but it will only allow electricity to pass through if one input gets power. So pretty much I wired that to these remaining 2 buttons. So if you were to click this button and this button, and then both of these, both of the OR gates would get power. And since both would, it wouldn't work. Because then the OR gate wouldn't send power. And then over here we have an AND gate. And this is very important, because the AND gate will only continue the chain if both of these were successfully triggered and are both continuing the power into this AND gate. And after this, you could just repeat this with random combinations of AND and XOR gates, and as big as you want, even though at some point by the time you were to run from here to here, click the buttons, not to mention just remembering the combination. But anyways, I'm going to assume that you don't have the resources, the want, or the need to do that. But now, this goes into our light. So now that there's light out, I'm actually going to demonstrate. So let's say I would have just pressed these 2. Right, that, as you can see, this turned green. I just tripped this AND gate, but the XOR gate didn't. So, as you can see, this input went green, but this one didn't. So I didn't trigger the AND gate, doing whatever action we want this whole system to do. But if we activate the AND gate and the XOR gate, it triggers the XOR gate, which gets 1 current, making it continue the current. AND gate gets all the current it needs, continue. So if we click all 3 of these buttons, it will go. Even though, you can click either combination. As long as you click these 2 and 1 of these, it will work. But this is, again, I didn't have the resources to build a very large number pad, but you can build this bigger. And I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Oh, and in case you're wondering, you can do this in any order. It doesn't have to be in a specific order, but this is how you build a code thing, a lock with a code in Roblox Islands. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'm 30-second Gaming. Don't forget to subscribe because I am going to be pushing out so many ELECTRITE builds. I mean, I already have 3 of them that I'm currently developing. So you're definitely going to want to subscribe. Until next time, I'm 30-second Gaming. See you in the next one. Peace.